someone said, all poets want love? Yeah, I think all creatives want that appreciation. Like all of us.
First thing you said is deep. Okay, I wouldn't say I'm familiar with the music industry, but I know there are those challenges musicians face, and also music producers, I guess.
Yeah.
So you only write and sing?
Yeah. I was doing everything myself for
even
a long
producing?
time. Yeah, I was producing, writing, singing, rapping, and then as I started learning things, I saw that I needed to have a team. So for the whole of last year, I wasn't producing as much because I met a friend through a creative event. He's from Angola. He's a really dope producer, and he told me he's down to start producing my music. Met other producers, so I had to drop production and now focus on songwriting and recording. So I just have a studio in my house, and I just record whenever.
Oh, nice. Ish. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I've listened to your music. So how would you describe
my sound? Alternative.
Alternative. What's alternative?
I'll say alternative R&B. It's not your typical. It's not your typical the sound you'd expect from maybe an R&B artist.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you think about R&B, you think Neo, Chris Brown, Beyonce.
Yeah,
So
that's
the main. Yeah, but alternative is
okay.
you use different. It's like you're merging different sounds. It's still R&B, but it has a lot of fusions. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you learned music production by yourself?
Yeah.
Using, I'm only familiar with FL Studio. You're using FL Studio?
Yeah, I started with Ableton, and then I went to FL Studio, and then Logic, and then Studio One.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I had to choose one, I'd choose a software called Logic. Yeah, it was
why Logic?
Ease of use. I think if you open it without any audio knowledge, it won't be hard for you to use. So it's very user friendly. Yeah, it's easy to use and it's fast. Because for me, when I'm making music, I want to lay down my ideas as fast as possible because they're flooding.
Yeah.
So I just want to capture them and move on to the next idea.
I have so many questions. And they're just piling up. I hope I won't forget them.
Yeah.
So let's say you have an idea for a beat or an instrumental.
Yeah.
So and you're not close to your studio. So how, like for design, you can sketch it out. So what do you do for music?
You take an audio note.
Audio note?
You just record on your phone. Because most phones have a record audio app.
So you sing it out?
Yeah, you sing it out and you capture it.
Okay.
Because when you're making music, the hardest thing to capture is the melody. Yeah, you could write it down, and if you don't record it, you'll just have the lyrics, but you won't remember how the flow went.
Okay.
So you just have to capture it.
Interesting. Yeah. Now, so which one comes first? Is it the instrumental beat or the songwriting?
For me, I love to work I love the beat to take the lead.
Okay.
Yeah, so the beats, the instruments guide me, and then I create. I don't think there's a song I've started reverse because I'm not really good at playing instruments.
Oh, okay. And would you wish? Okay, what's the difference between digitally produced instruments and is it just doing it manually? Is there a difference?
Yeah, but a good producer can mimic It can mimic a programmed sound to sound played.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
But the difference is soul. When something is programmed, it's on the grid. Yeah, but if it's played, then there's that human error that makes it sound better. People don't realize it, but something that sounds very mechanical it doesn't sound good. It lacks that soul element.
So you will prefer the actual instruments to digital production?
Yeah, I'd prefer that, but even if we are doing it digitally, I'd love to at least mimic some elements from the live sound. That would be maybe delaying some parts, and making them sound like they're being played live. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. I have never actually spoken to a musician. Actually, this is the first time, like diving into the a musician's journey.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's just like AI and like a photo taken by a human.
So when this digital music production came in, so I'm guessing probably musicians felt like they're going to be replaced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it did replace a lot of people. If you watch how people used to make music in the 70s, like it would be a room like this, and then there's a drama, there's all these people. But now you can do that with a laptop. You can do it on your own, and you can make it sound like it's being played. Or maybe a drummer can record something, upload it, and then you can just download and put it on your song, and no one will actually know that a drummer didn't play. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So what inspires your music? Because I know R&B nakwanga like
Emotional. I go with the feeling, because the best I've found to record is like I listen to a beat and then I just mumble the melodies. So the melodies it's like tapping into your soul, or tapping into the thing that inspires all creatives, because you're not thinking too much about what do I want to say, what do I want to you're not thinking about the outcome as much when you're working on the melodies. And then now when you have your melody, that's when you start writing. But I'd say real life, I try to just write from my perspective, because I feel like we're 8 billion people in the world. I'm sure there's a million people somewhere who feel the same way I do, who are going through the same thing, or have gone through the same thing. So I try to not write from a perspective of I want to please other people.
Okay. So I know for musicians, I don't know if it's true, but I'm guessing musicians, if you record a song, you want people to listen to it. So is that the goal? Is the goal to like build a community of listeners, or is the goal to just express yourself?
Both. We all want to, like someone said, all poets want love. I think all creatives want that appreciation. Like all of us.
The first thing you said is deep.
We all just want to be loved and want to be appreciated. So there's that, but you can't get lost in that. Because if you think too much about that, then you lose the one thing that keeps you creative. Because I'd ask you, would you still be a creative if you weren't getting paid?
Yeah, I think I still will.
Yeah, so that's the love. That's the love you have for what you do, and that's what drives you. Because there's times when the money won't make sense. Usually, even in Kenya, let's be honest, the money never makes sense. So we're all just doing this because we love to do it.
The passion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you just have to balance out the two. But yeah, I'd say just doing what you love should be what drives you instead of like monetary value. Yeah.
So what challenges do musicians face in Kenya?
Money mostly. Systems don't work, and making music is expensive. I'm still learning, and it's a lot. It's a lot. The costs.
What costs do you have to meet?
Production.
Okay, but
Like,
assuming you're doing it by yourself, are there any costs you'll have to meet?
Yeah, if you're doing it by yourself, that means you bought the equipment.
Okay.
That means you invested money to buy the tools of trade. Everything you got, you probably didn't just stumble upon them.
Yeah, true.
So
yeah.
that's the first cost. To get the quality that is like the industry standard quality, it costs you money if you can't engineer. So if I make a song in my bedroom, I'll still need an audio engineer.
What's the job of an audio engineer?
He balances out the sound,
Okay.
balances out the frequencies, does like throws in EQs.
Oh, there's all that. Oh, okay.
I
didn't think there were all those technicalities, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it kind of once you're in it, you're like, I just wanted to make music and put it out. But if you do that, the purpose of an audio engineer is, say I've done a song and I'm playing it in my bedroom. I want it to sound as good if you're playing it on a TV, if you're playing it on a radio, if you're playing it on your phone. So it has to translate across board because there's different speakers in the world.
Yeah.
And the ones you're using are monitors. They're called studio monitors. They could make everything sound good, but someone else doesn't have those.
Yeah.
So an engineer has to do that, and it costs money. Okay. So to get your audio to sound good, that's a cost.
Oh, okay.
Now go to like shooting a video.
I know that
stylists.
That one's going to cost a lot.
Yeah, you already have an experience with shooting things. Yeah, so you can imagine, like a podcast is a bit easier because we're seated. We're not cutting to different scenes. We're not shooting for multiple days if possible. So there's that production costs, styling, maybe makeup artists, models, and then that's the easiest part. Now you have to push the song. You have to invest money to run ads.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot. You have to spend, and you have to also pay radio stations sometimes, DJs.
Okay. Interesting. This is the first time I'm immersing myself in this world now. It's interesting to learn about the music industry.
Yeah.
Unaweza sema how many years do you have of experience in the music industry?
Making music creatively, I started in 2015, so this is like my 9th year.
Oh, okay.
But industry, I haven't even started. Yeah, I haven't even really gotten my feet into it because honestly it's been intimidating for me because the whole money aspect. Yeah, so I'm trying to look for like a way of not spending as much but having as much impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the music industry in Kenya? Or let me rephrase the question. How would you describe the music being produced in Kenya? Yeah, that's.
We have really dope musicians. It depends on what side you want me to critique, because there's the people everyone knows, and then there's the people a lot of people don't know.
Like underground artists.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I feel like the alternative scene is really good. Like the people who really put a lot of effort on, who treat music as an art. There's really dope people, musicians in the country, but I'd say the mainstream guys, it's still.
So you're saying mainstream guys haven't really, they're not at par with maybe your music taste, quote unquote.
I'd say it's the, how would I put it? They've met industry standards, but what the creativity, they lack the creativity. Like
Okay.
it's how someone would have the best camera and just have clear videos, and you can see something is lacking. You can see someone who's shooting with their phone, and their creativity is peak.
Oh, okay.
So
I
that's
get you.
the difference. I'd say the media also doesn't do a good job on like educating the masses, and I'd say the government failed us when they removed art and music from
In schools.
like basic curriculum. Because if you go to maybe a country, maybe like I'm just guessing South Africa or Nigeria, everyone studies music or art at some point in their life. So by the time they're adults, they have a basic understanding of this is what you need to do to achieve something. So they appreciate it more because they have an understanding of art. They've learned it in school. They tried it and it wasn't their thing. But now they appreciate the people who are good at it. So I think us as Kenyans, the masses, people don't understand art. That's because it wasn't taught to us. Yes, but I feel like the younger generation has been exposed to art because of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have very good reference points. So it always goes back to what are you referencing? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I had another question. I've always wanted to understand the difference between an extended playlist and an album. Is there a difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
An EP, an album follows a certain story. Like an album is very structured. It's very structured,
Okay.
and you just have to tell a certain. It has to be consistent in theme.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
theme, overall theme has to be consistent. And an album takes time to create. 5 years, 10 years, 2 years.
That's for real.
Yeah, you can't do songs in a month and then call them an album. That's why people call them EPs. Albums take time. Yeah, because they're not. An EP is also like a compilation of songs. You just compile, but an album you're like track 1. I've done track 1, track 2. Like you. Yeah. Or you can even people do up to, big musicians do up to 70 songs.
For an album.
Yeah. So you can see how long that time takes. And they're doing 70 songs to completion. That's from writing to recording to engineering. Like 70 completed songs just to pick 15.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.